I ain't gonna lie. This gonna be one of them ones where we're a little bit more on. I'm not gonna say the somber side, but this really more of me just talking, just straight up real to the camera. I ain't gonna hold you. I try to think of some funny shit, some more chill vibe shit to upload today. I tried to record 2 other videos before. My heart just wasn't in it. I'm pretty tired right now. Hopefully you can't overly tell, but so I still wanted to get something out. So this is gonna be me kind of shooting from the hip, just giving it a buck, just talking about some shit that I'm dealing with, and I'm sure others are dealing with, and maybe you watching are dealing with to a certain extent. So boom, right? I'd say I'm someone who holds myself to a high standard. I'd say I hold every human being to a high standard. You feel me? By default, and sometimes it could be unfair, but I definitely hold myself to a standard of like constant excellence, and it's so fucking tough with that when the standards you hold yourself to clash with the reality of what you're doing. For example, right? The most simple example that anybody should be able to understand to a certain extent, right? Because later on, I'm gonna talk about some other things that might be more niche issues, whatever else. But I'm gonna just stick to right now the most broad one. Everybody should be able to know. So, school, right? For whatever reason, I just could never get my grades to align with where they probably should have been. Like if I can import a different brain or work ethic or whatever else into myself that I needed to get the good grades that I needed to get, I'd be so much better off, bro. Like homework has been the bane of my existence for the longest. I'm not no dumbass nigga. Don't get me wrong. So I should have prefaced that off the rip. It's not it's not an ability thing. It was more a responsibility thing in the sense of, bro, I just didn't do I couldn't get myself to do my fucking homework. I'm not sure what it was. I'm not sure if I got some fucking mental issues, some block or some shit like that. But it literally was to the point where like I could sit down, stare at my shit and like have no distraction, and I would just still end up not doing it somehow. I don't know what the fuck be wrong with me. I don't know if I'm just fucking geeked or what, but that shit has plagued me for the longest. To the point where I'm failing classes and shit that are so fucking easy, and was doing all type of shit. Just fucking up in general. And it's like, then I'd go and turn around and like, take a standardized test and test in the fucking 90th, like high 90th percentiles and shit, and do all type of good shit. If I was in class, I don't think I've ever taken a test and gotten anything lower than a C plus in my entire life. High school, college, middle, and all of that. I don't think I've ever taken a test and got anything lower than that, except in language classes. I don't know what it is with the languages. That's something I'm genuinely bad at. I am genuinely just bad at languages. I've accepted that. All I'll know for the rest of my life is Puedo ir al baño. That's all I got. I don't even really remember what that means. I think that's, can I go to the bathroom? Where is the bathroom? I don't know. But I know Puedo ir al baño. I know hola, the basics. All that to say, there's just like, that's a big area. And then where it's like, damn, you could be doing so much more. So much more. Or more recently and more important to my life, because school is whatever. I think it's something you should do. It's something that's important, helps you get jobs. We will do. But I'm just as a human being, I think I'm just not too bought into that idea in general. But now, like for example, content creation. I it's one of them things where it's like it's not a lack of belief, because I do genuinely think that like I could probably take this shit far, and I still think I'll get there at some point. But it's the constant looking back and comparing of where I think I should be by now versus where I am. You feel me? Whereas like, damn, if I would have been able to lock in longer ago, I could have been going crazy. If I just was able to follow through on the things I said I was gonna do, I'd be going crazy. This. And it's like, damn. Or even the things that I followed through on, if shit didn't go the best, like for whatever reason it could be, I'm where I am now, right? Like what, this channel got like 20 something subs right now. Don't get me wrong, it's brand new. But in my brain, I'm like, damn, I got so much belief in myself that is like, I just feel like, you feel me? Like I should be so much further along. It's so much shit that I still have to do that is like when I do anything, it just feels like nothing, bro. It just feels like nothing because I should be doing more. Like objectively, if I look at it, there's people out there who stream and never get any viewers. There's people out there who post videos, never get any viewers, never get any subs, nothing like that. So like the stuff that I have done, like I've hit like damn near 300 subs on Twitch before. I have like 2,000 followers on there, damn near. But it's like, it should just be further. And maybe it comes down to a thing of you shouldn't be anything. And it's so crazy that I even interact with myself like that. Because I think the way I look at life in general is that nobody should do anything. You kind of get what you get in life, and you get what you earn as well to a certain extent, I'd say. And then nobody like really should be anything or deserves anything or whatever else. So that's why it's always so conflicting in myself when I hold myself to these things of like, you should be doing that, you should be, versus just like, this is just what you're doing. But it's such a tough situation because, and I don't want to sound like I'm just bitching or nothing like that, because it's not even that. Now, I'm not complaining about it, just gonna complain, but it's just one of the things where it's like, this is just so interesting to me. And I've been seeing more people talk about themselves having similar experiences, but it's just constant self-sabotage, I'd say, where I get myself on the right track to do what I'm trying to do. I'm in a groove, whatever, and somehow some shit always gets fucked up. And then I get in the fucking cycle of being like, damn, you should be doing so much better right now. Why aren't you? Doing that shit for so long that it ends up that I end up like sabotaging myself some fucking more. Like keeping it to the content creation shit. I have other channels and I've had parts where like I start gaining traction, whatever else. Like honestly, it almost could have happened with this channel. I just started this bitch where it's like I'm in a groove. I told myself I'm gonna be uploading every other day, and life happens, right? Life happens, but I just end up getting set back, and then I would be looking at it in other situations and be like, damn, okay, you said you was gonna upload, woo. Now you haven't uploaded for a week. What the fuck are you doing? Damn, but now I'm about to upload. It's gonna do bad, so I might as well just not fucking upload it. Now it's been 2 weeks. What the fuck are you doing? You should upload it. Now it's been 2 weeks. What the fuck are you doing? Go upload some shit. But and it's a cycle. And then the next thing I know, it's been months. And it's like, fuck. What the fuck am I doing? Literally for what? Like, what am I just getting in my own head. But I think the problem is that my brain just moves so fucking like fast. Like I'm always on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing, that I end up getting so focused on the future and shit that I'm not handling what I got to do right now. At least like in that area where it's like something that I actually want to do and care to do and actually like put effort into doing. I think I just get so fucking beyond myself that I end up getting like paralyzing myself at the same time with a whole bunch of extra bullshit. And that's kind of why I'm enjoying this channel and like why I feel like it's important that I do just still pump out this video, because my first thought was, oh, I'm just not feeling it today. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it because it's going to do ass if I upload this shit. And if the video do ass, then I'm fucking doomed. But that's kind of not true. And I got to stop like holding myself to that. Like the perfectionist gimmick fries that shit. It's genuinely just, you got to just do shit. And give yourself that grace to be like, okay, if I upload this motherfucker and it only get 2 views, I didn't fucking die. My life didn't stop spinning. Just because I'm not where I want to be does not mean that I'll never get there. And even if I believe I'm gonna get there, it doesn't mean I gotta beat myself up now for not already being there sooner. Because everybody's path is different. And sometimes maybe it'll come down to shit's just not made for me, whatever else. But at least right now, I feel like there's things that are made for me that I want to go get. And I just gotta stop being impatient. Because I think sometimes, and it's just a general thing, I know I've been me. And my bad, that's just kind of how I'm thinking. But for anybody else, like I've talked to homies who feel like this shit, and it seems as the consistent issue is that Nick, we're constantly just comparing, constant comparison to other people, and like worst of all, to ourselves or the self that you envision, right? And you just are constantly gonna be in a hole. There's no winning with that. And it's definitely a thing where it's like it's easy for me to say right now, and I don't think that people just don't understand that concept who deal with the same thing as me. I don't think that I don't understand that concept. Clearly, I can talk about it, but actually getting yourself over that is like it's so fucking hard, man. Because when you just think that you like you get like you're getting high on the prospect of what you could be. You're getting high on potential. So much so that you end up fucking up your own potential. If that makes sense. Right? Like you're thinking about, oh yeah, I could be this, I could be that. Oh, I know I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. Because you're not enjoying the process and you're not actually doing anything. And then it ends up being a fucking constant cycle of self-fulfilling prophecies because now you're getting down on yourself being like, damn, you're not shit, you're not doing shit, you're nowhere close to where you're gonna be. And you just end up making yourself further away rather than being like, okay, I'm gonna just keep trying, I'm gonna go get it, and when I get it, I get it. Right? And it's kind of that thing of like you will always end up being behind if you're someone who just sits here and thinks about shit versus the person who's just out there doing that shit. And I want to become a doer. I do. And for so long, I just been a fucking thinker. I just think about shit too much. I envision shit too much rather than just being like, fuck it, let me go. Fuck it, cut the cam on, record, just go. It's all this brainstorming, it's all this whoop whoop whoop, it's all this looking at all this other shit, watching a bunch of videos, how to be a better, like, learning about all the shit rather than just fucking doing it. Oh, how to make the best thumbnails, how to make the best, how to do this, how to do that. Versus just fucking doing it. And that's with all areas of my life, bro. Genuinely. There, and there, what's it call it? Words. It just kind of feels like in all areas I'm getting fucked over by my future self. By this made up imaginary version of myself that's just better than me in every which way. And I'm getting fucked up because I'm looking at that and being like, damn, why am I not that? So much so that I'm causing myself to not even be on the route to become that. And like, I'm only 20, and it does feel like I got time, but I was also just 10. I was also just going into high school. I was also just going into freshman year. I was also just doing a bunch of things. I was also just starting my gap year. And what have I done? Right? Like I've done stuff, but I could have done more. And I feel like I would have done that more if I had just done anything versus sitting here and being like, I should be doing stuff, which is ironic because right now I'm talking about stuff that I should be doing while also doing it because I'm recording a video. So it's kind of, at the very least, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it on cam so I can still be doing, right? And maybe nobody will even get this far in the video, and maybe this video will flop, and maybe whatever else. But I just hope that my future self keeps doing, and I know that my current self is gonna keep trying to do and stop thinking so damn much. Just try to stop self-sabotaging. Of course, the thing with self-sabotaging is you never really know that you're doing it until it's already been done. But hopefully, I can start creating systems that just work. And I think this channel is going to be one of those for me where I'm just doing it. But this ain't the only avenues I'm trying to go down. I got other shit that I want to maintain. I got other shit I want to do. So I got to lock the fuck in. Got to. No choice. Cause at some point I don't want to keep on being potential man, bro. I'm not trying to be if man, bro. I'm not trying to be that, man. I'm not trying to be Mr. What If, bro. I'm trying to be that. I'm trying to be the is, nigga. I'm trying to be is, man. Facts. God, that's so fucking smart. I'm a genius. But yeah, that's really it. That's really it. Let me know if anybody's just deep in. If I'm geek, let me know if y'all got a similar thing going on at all. And if you do, I genuinely hope that you can get yourself to, where you want to go. Because I think it's possible for not only myself, but for anybody else who's going through these things. I got friends, I got family, and I'm sure that there's other people who may come across this and be like, damn, some of this shit resonate with me. Maybe it might not be with content creation for you, but it might just be with a goal. And I want us all to get where we want to go. I genuinely do. But that's mainly it. Once again, we gonna try to keep stuff more lighthearted on the channel. But this one where it's like, shit, I gotta get a vid out. Might as well kill two birds with one stone, right? But yeah, man. Shout out to anybody who got this deep in this motherfucker. Listening to me just fucking rambling and shit. Fucking venting. Probably not gonna promote this vid for real. Just throw this motherfucker up there. Let it sit. But yeah. That's really it, man. Love.
Oh, this bitch looking so bad. She deserve it. Bones just like her ass.